Get out a pad, get out a pen or a pencil because we have a recipe for you.
Or your smartphone if you live in 2015.
It's a good point.
Michael Tesoro is the owner of
any sort of computer, really.
Uma Tesoro's Marinara, and we are making something steamy.
Yeah, this is a really simple dish and really tasty. It's called La Lonza di Maiale.
La Lonza di Maiale.
Yep, that's a lean pork loin that's braised and then served with carrots, celery, onions, a sofrito, a mirepoix.
Okay.
That starts it. And it's all made in one pot, and then it's covered with milk.
Milk? Really?
Yeah.
Does the milk cook all the way down and boil away?
Not at all. It's a slow cooked, slow simmer. Takes about an hour at the most.
Wow. But it can be a one-pot dish.
It's a one-pot dish,
now,
and really easy.
Does that make it more creamy than if you were to use a broth?
It does. It makes a delicious broth when the pork and carrots, onions, celery all combine, and it makes the pork that much softer.
And this is also a carrots-forward dish. We're trying to get kids to eat their vegetables at home, so it's one of those things you want to serve primarily the vegetables in it.
Absolutely. This is really a carrot dish that's flavored by pork. So don't go overboard. Go to your local butcher and ask for a pork loin. Sometimes it's called pork shoulder. And you want about 1 pound to 2 pounds, but you don't want it any thicker than approximately, whatever this is, 2 inches.
Now
So
you want the tie on there, right?
Yeah, so you ask them to tie it up so that the pork doesn't fall apart and it holds together while you're cooking it.
Okay.
And then, so it's easy as this. You really just put the pork into a very hot pan. You could do it on the grill if you want, or use a grill pan.
But we're not cooking it forever. We're just going to braise it, right?
Just braising it on all sides.
Okay.
And in the meantime, cut up some carrots in quarters, but leave them with a nice, at least 2-inch
A good
length to them, but quarter them.
Seth's got this. He's a good chopper.
And then finely chopped celery and a sweet onion or two, depending upon the size of it. This particular onion is very small, so I would use 2.
Okay.
I didn't know I was going to do
And
so
they
much work
really melt
today.
down, right? The onions? So
It does.
Okay if you have a lot?
Then in the bottom of your pan, you want to add about 2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay. That's always going to
And
make anything taste
about
good.
about a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil right in there.
You'll tell me when?
Yep.
I'm not good at eyeballing.
Perfect.
Okay. Very nice.
Okay. And then for the purposes of television, we have already sautéed
all the vegetables.
All the vegetables.
So once it's all chopped and you put the butter in there, the olive oil, saute them, this is what you get.
Yeah, you want maybe light caramelization on some of the onions, celery. You want it to be at least a little bit more translucent.
Yep.
Just to begin to bring out the flavor. And the carrots you leave like you slice them there, Seth.
Yeah, perfect, just like so.
And then this gets added right to the pot.
And if you wanted to, if you really wanted to make it a one-pot dish, you could saute everything in that pot.
You could do it all in one.
Yeah, this is just for TV purposes.
And then
Fast forward through it.
this is what the braised pork looks like once it's been braised. And then you just simply add that to your one-pot mixture.
So this pork doesn't have any seasoning or anything on it?
No seasoning at all. Wow. Nope. You want to add a little salt and pepper to the dish, but there are no other herbs at all. And then you want to cover the entire dish with a real nice quality whole milk.
Whole milk. Okay.
Yeah,
This
you want
is,
it to be creamy.
This is whole milk from High Lawn Farm in the Berkshires. And literally, that's it.
Now, how long do we let it simmer?
So you want it to be a very, very light simmer.
Okay.
Just bubbling over. And you leave it like that for approximately 1 hour. You want a really light simmer. And you'll be able to tell by pressing on the meat itself just like you would a regular steak, where you want it, medium
Right,
to
you
well.
can just feel it. Okay.
So if it's nice and firm, it's ready to go.
What about a slow cooker? Would you recommend doing this stovetop,
You
or
could
this
do it on
work?
it would be perfect for a slow cooker.
It would. So take
And
this recipe.
leave it all day.
Cool.
Well, then this is probably a good time to leave you because we're going to have to let that simmer for a little bit.
Great.
Good, good. Stick.
We're back in the kitchen with Michael Tesoro, the owner and chef at Uma Tesoro's Marinara. We are finishing up this pork and carrot recipe, or should I say carrot with pork?
Carrot with pork.
Sure, whatever you'd like.
I just can't say it the Italian way. You say that really
Can,
well.
can you give us the whole thing, soup to nuts, the pronunciation?
La lonza
La lonza.
di maiale a latte con carote.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Okay?
I'm not
Con
gonna try it,
carote
I'm just
with
gonna say-
carrot, right?
Right.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's that easy.
My middle school teachers would be proud.
Very proud.
So is this done?
It is done. And so I've pulled out some of the carrots. And really, this is, as you said, a carrot dish. And it already has melded the flavor with the onions and the celery and the pork. And then you'd want to take the pork out,
Oh, that looks good.
like so,
Okay, here we go.
and slice it.
Now with this one, are you supposed to slice it with the grain or against the grain?
With.
Okay.
So this is a nice cut. Probably a little thicker than
Oh, wow.
what you'd like. And you can slice it however you'd like. You slice it in pieces or leave it as whole. But then that's served right. Make sure you take the string off.
That's true. No one wants that booby prize.
No, we don't want string in our pork.
Here we
Got
go.
it.
Okay.
String off.
And then that is served just on the side.
Now
like
in
so.
the pot you have what I can only imagine is just incredible juices because you have pork juices, milk, and then all the flavors of the
Butter. Oh.
Right? Now
That's
could
right.
you sprinkle a little bit on there if you wanted?
Yes. And so you can also save the juice for later and add it to other vegetable dishes that you'd like.
Oh, okay.
So you can save it in a jar in the fridge, and it lasts about a week.
There you go. So you can have it again.
Yeah. Make sure you fill it when it's up to temperature about 190 degrees.
Okay, so you got to make sure it's above temp. Michael, thank you so much. Always a pleasure having
Thank
you here.
you.